Alright, what's going on, everybody? Coming at you again with another super helpful video here. Guide to a small, tight waist. See, I'm out here on the deck, enjoying the beautiful weather right here. Got a little notes here I was just writing down before the video. But get straight to the point here. Number one thing you want to do for a small, tight waist is going to be vacuums. I'm not sure if you know what vacuums are. Vacuums is basically where you suck in, but like to a very extended. I'm about to show you. It's a very hard suck in, basically. A lot of old school bodybuilders used to do them. So say if you got a belly or something, you know how you suck in a little bit for a picture. You know, you just hold your, say you're here, you hold in a little bit. A vacuum, now what you want to do, you want to make sure you breathe all your air out, and then you suck, you pull everything in and up like this. And as you get that in, just keep pulling it up and up and up. Like you can kind of even see my neck. Look, it looks kind of funny. Just kind of show y'all again. Breathe out. See the difference here? But that's tip number one. There is vacuums like that. Now, what I usually do, I don't do them too much, but as I get leaner, I normally don't, well, basically I'm going to tell you how I do them. Basically it's at the end of my workouts, and I'll do them for X amount of many sets. You know what I'm saying? I increase the sets over time, so I'd say just start out with like 3 sets, as long as hold as you possibly can. And make sure you're doing it evenly. Sometimes, like some of your organs just kind of pop out. Make sure you got it deep, good in there. Another thing you can do that'll help, I do mine always standing. But I've seen you can like sit down on a bench, like you can sit down like on your knees and your hands and do them, and arch your back a little bit. Maybe help. I've heard that can help get a little bit deeper in there, or just kind of lean over like the edge here, like this, and get it. And the reason I think it makes your neck look like that is because you're like pulling everything up. I don't know, it's weird, but that's very important, because that is working muscles in your stomach. That's gonna eventually, you keep working that, and that's training your body. What does your body do? It adapts to anything you do to it. So if you're, you keep making it do that, suck in a lot. Well, people a lot of time they walk around like this. Well, that's a habit of sticking your belly out. You constantly keep training your body to, vacuum up, vacuum in. It's gonna slowly, get used to holding everything in a little bit more, keep it tighter, and it's very healthy. So number one's vacuums. I'd say start out just once a week at the end of one of I don't know if you train or not, but what I do, I just pick at the end of chest day. I train 3 days a week. So lifting, I would just do it at the end of Monday. Do 3, and you could even do 2 to 3 days a week, but just starting out, I would say just do minimum 3 sets. After, just whenever, you can do it before the workout, whatever. 3 sets, as long as you can't hold it, record it. Get a stopwatch, start it, so that time you can see if you're building up over time. You want to make sure you're getting better and better at holding it. And then I'd say the max would be like 6 times a week, which would be like 3 days a week, basically doing it for 3 sets as long as you possibly can. Because again, it's like the ab, it's stomach muscles, ab muscles. You can work those muscles more frequently. Okay, so that's tip number 1. Start incorporating vacuums. Those will help a lot, and they're very healthy for you. Alright, tip number 2 here, simple, but don't overeat. And I mean that in the sense of one meal. Like when you sit down and eat, and you eat and you get freaking bloated, and like it hurts, pretty much you're that full, you're that stuffed. You put way too much food in your stomach. Constantly doing that, your stomach constantly putting a little bit more food, so much food in it like that, over time it's going to make your stomach stretch a little bit. Again, goes back to the adaptive process. Your body's always adapting to every stimulus you put put upon it. So if you keep stuffing tons of food, you keep overfeeding yourself, you know, making yourself bloated and miserable like everybody does on Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff. Well, over time, what does your body do? Think about your stomach. We're taking in all this food, it basically hurts. Our stomach's too small. We need to grow it a little bit. We need to make more room, you know what I'm saying, because we're going to be eating way more food. We need to get more efficient at taking in this much food. That's why when you bulk, eventually, that's why you just don't jump from 2,500 calories to 35, because you're so used to eating this, jumping that much is just going to be such a pain. Like, you're going to be miserable. But if you go from 25 to 2,600 to 2,700 to 28 to 29, or you go from 25 to 27 to 29 to all the way to 35, you slowly do it, your body gets used to it, your stomach slowly grows, you slowly adapt to it. Same thing with cutting. That's why fasting works really well, because when you're fasting, there's long periods of time your stomach's shrinking, you know what I'm saying? You basically you actually lose muscle in the stomach and guts, is what I've heard too, because your body has to digest less food when you're cutting weight, so you also lose muscle there as well. Again, your body's just going to adapt. So if you don't overstuff yourself, your body, you know what I'm saying, it's going to get used to staying at a good sized stomach. I believe it's like a Chinese thing, or it was from a book. They went around the world, the most healthiest people in the world, and that was one of the things people said in one of the groups, were eat to your 80% full. Basically, you want to eat to your satisfied, satiated, but you don't want to be full. So 80% full, keep that in mind. That's a very good rule I follow myself. Now, unless I'm bulking and I just want to get the calories in, but I understand the consequences of it, and I know how to get my stomach back down and stuff. But for the scope of the video, don't overeat in one sitting. You want to, again, keep that 80% rule in mind. Okay, tip number 3 here is going to be lose body fat, which is simple, again, but to get a small, tight, you can't have a tight waist with tons of fat sitting around your waist. And again, you need to be in a caloric deficit. You need to be burning more calories throughout the day than you're taking in. And not only by stripping the body fat, by being in a deficit of calories. Now, if you don't know, you know, the deficit of calories and all that, I have a whole nother video explaining that. I'll either put down the video here or like in the link, the description box. If I don't do that, message about that, and I'll explain anything, any kind of questions you got on this topic or any other health and fitness topic. Comment down below, and I'll answer it for you. So lose body fat. That's simple. You want to drop the body fat by getting rid of the body fat. Like, look at me now. All right, I'm cutting. See the abs now. Just come back to my channel in another 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You're just gonna keep seeing the fat fall off of me, and my waist is just gonna keep getting smaller and smaller. And I hold, you know, everybody holds fat a little bit different, but I hold fat, you know, back here in my back too. And the leaner I get, the smaller and tighter my waist gets. It just looks tighter, and it's way smaller again. Because all that fat's getting off of it, and not only by losing the fat, it's going to be a smaller, tighter waist. Your stomach again, so your stomach's getting shrinking. You know what I'm saying? So you get the double whammy when you go in a caloric deficit and you do lose some weight. The last thing is going to be lift weights. I know you're probably thinking, why would I lift weights specifically to get my stomach tighter? And I don't mean train your abs directly, because you don't have to do that. I very recently just started training mine directly for health reasons, for an anterior pelvic tilt. I'm trying to correct that. So the reason I say lift weights, it's fine to train your abs directly. Just make sure when you're contracting, you're breathing out like this. You know, you stretch. You don't want to be taking air in as you flex. That's going to be giving your stomach, your muscles, you got multiple layers of abdominal muscle there. It's going to be teaching them bad habits, where you will have abs, but you'll have the belly with the abs. You don't want that. You want to. Every time I train my abs now, I pretty much always breathe out more than I breathe in, so I'm pretty much almost in a non-oxygenated state, because I don't take in as much as I breathe out, so I can always have like a super. And just breathing out flexes your abs in itself. So you want to pair the breathing out with the crunching. That's going to be good if you do want to train them directly, but you don't have to, because your abs get hit during all other lifts: squats, deadlifts, bench, pull-ups. Your core is always at work. Okay, but the reason I say lift weights is to create the V taper. You want to work on your delts here and your back. See the lats now and the delts. See the delts here. Now if I didn't have the delts, if I didn't have delts that look like this, or my lats wasn't like that, let me show you. Like, look, imagine if, here, okay, look at this. This makes my shoulders look smaller, right? Now look at my waist in comparison to my waist. Okay, when I come back to resting though, look where my shoulders are at. Okay, and then look here. You know what I'm saying? When I'm flexing, look how much smaller the waist looks because you got all this here, you're building that V taper. Or here, you know what I'm saying? It's all comparison because you're coming from here down. You're creating the V taper, and then from here, you know, here, more of a V taper than here. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say you want to lift weights to create that V taper. Work on the side delts. You want to build a chest as well. I mean, you want a full physique. You just don't want to train one or two body parts of your body. You want to have a fully functional, capable body and, you know, balanced physique. But you want to emphasize the side delts, the lateral delts, the lats. You know what I'm saying? And then you get the V taper. That's the most aesthetic. And again, that's gonna appear because bodybuilding and all, it's really an illusion. When somebody looks at you, you know, when you look at somebody, it's just all proportion. That's how you can kind of judge somebody, is all by their proportion and stuff. So if you have the V taper, it makes you look like, you know what I'm saying, it makes your waist look smaller because you have something coming bigger up here and coming down. So that's the 4 tips there. I hope that helps you out a lot. Please give the videos a thumbs up if you did like the video, and if you didn't like the video, give the video a thumbs up anyway. Comment down below, like I said, if you have any kind of questions or if I helped you, or if you just want to chat about anything health and fitness or whatever. I love talking to my subscribers and anybody really on the channel. I gained 3 subscribers since yesterday. I went to sleep with 142, woke up with 145. So shout out to you guys and shout out to all my subscribers. I love you all. Thank you everybody who's subscribing. The growth's real and I really appreciate it. Please share this video. I want to get this knowledge out to as many people as possible. So you watching the video, please just click that share. I don't care about the views, like specific for myself. Genuinely, I'm trying to help other people. So if I can help one person with this video, even if it didn't help you, if you share it, like on your Facebook, you have 500 or 1,000, 2,000 friends. Maybe somebody on that timeline is struggling with that, or they want a smaller waist, they don't understand the knowledge, and this video can help them. Then they can chat to me, and then I can give them the knowledge, because I've been in the point in time before I started studying day after day after day all this health and fitness stuff, and it's just ignorance. Ignorance is bliss. Like, you genuinely don't know about it. There was a point in time where I didn't even know a calorie. That thought was not in my head. What a calorie. I just ate, and I had no gains and tracking food, like none of that. It's not that I didn't even. It's like it wasn't even. It was basically non-existent to me. I was ignorant to all the information. And lastly, go ahead and subscribe. I got a bunch of video ideas. I'm constantly uploading, pretty much about once a day. Next, Building My Dream Life 010, the 10th one, is gonna either be up later this day I'm recording this video, or tomorrow, which is going to be Friday. That one's been taking me multiple days though, so that's why that one's taking a little bit longer. I've been really working hard on that one though. Last 2 ones of those got 1.2k views. Please help me beat that. I'm trying to get at least 1.3k views. I want to, you know what I'm saying, improve it, because I'm just excited to. I'm not expecting it. I really want it. I'm hoping it does. Pretty sweet if I can beat, you know, the record, you know what I'm saying? And those happen in like one day. So anyway, that's gonna be it. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope I helped you on your fitness journey or whatever. Join along with me. Like I say, any kind of question, you gotta help you. Anyway, stay happy, stay healthy, everybody. Go make y'all some gains. See y'all in the next one. Peace out.